people, it's your boy the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, as always, guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, dear oh dear oh dear, man, where do we go from here? Dillian Whyte testing positive for a banned substance. His fight with AJ has now been called off, which was scheduled for next weekend, August the 12th. AJ is now in the process of looking for a replacement opponent. Some names being thrown out there, the likes of maybe a Martin Bakole or I've seen Derek Chisora's name bizarrely being thrown out there. That's not going to happen. Andy Ruiz has thrown his hat in the ring, said that he wants to fight AJ again for a trilogy. So what do we do from here, man? Where do we go? Let's talk about Dillian Whyte first of all, who, like I said, tested positive for a banned substance. We're not sure what the substance is as I'm recording this video, but yeah, it's just another adverse finding, and it's not the first time this has happened with Dillian Whyte. It's actually happened on two separate occasions before this as well. So, a lot of the boxing fans, the public, myself included, are looking at this and thinking, what is actually going on here, man? Again, you've been tested positive for a banned substance. The first time he was banned over it. The second time he got cleared to fight in the end, but there's still some sort of cloud and, myth around that whole situation there. It was resolved very quickly. This time round, though, Eddie Hearn is not even taking any chances, especially what happened with the whole Conor Benn situation. He's just pulled the fight. He's not even going to try and, get this fight to carry on. He doesn't want his name embroiled in all that again. So he's just took the right decision and just called this off while they investigate this further. Now, where do we go from here? I guess we don't know all the details yet with regards to the adverse finding, but it's not looking very good, is it, for Dillian Whyte, man? I mean, like I said, this is the third time now he's been tested positive for a banned substance, and the boxing public are just not going to fall for it anymore unless there is some clear evidence where, this is just not part of his doing. Then people are just not going to want to hear it now, and I just want to know what he does from here. Do you know what I mean? Because this fight here with AJ really was a last chance saloon for Dillian Whyte in terms of his boxing career. He's 35 years old. He suffered some significant defeats now. He's clearly not at his best. His punch resistance seems to be, on the downer. So this fight with AJ would have been huge for Dillian Whyte in terms of restoring his boxing career and, maybe having one last push at a world title. But with this now, he's facing another ban. And where does he really go from here, man? Because if the ban is significant, then he could be out of the ring, for another couple of years. And is he really going to return to the ring at 37, 38 years old? So yeah, this is not looking good for him, man. And for me, I'm past the point now where every guy that tests positive for a banned substance, the first thing they do is come out and say, oh, well, I didn't know this was in my system. I'm not aware of this. I'm not a cheat, blah, blah, blah. Literally every fighter does this. And it's just getting to the point now where something needs to be done. And I think for Dillian Whyte, this is just not a good look at all, man. It really isn't. But I'm not sure what the drug was. Like I said earlier, we're still waiting on more information to be found. But an adverse finding, and I mean, you look at Dillian Whyte and his team as well. I mean, he says that he requested the VADA testing, and your team around you should allow you not to, especially when you've been busted on this before. They should not be, you should be taking more extra steps and precaution to avoid having to get yourself, finding a positive substance in your system. Your team should be looking onto this, man. And it's just hard to really, say too much right now because I don't know all the details, but it's not looking good, man. I have to be honest. And it's disappointing as well. It is very disappointing because I was looking forward to this fight. It did mean quite a bit in terms of both of them and their careers at this point. AJ is looking to, secure that showdown with Deontay Wilder at the end of the year, early next year. And, Dillian Whyte would have been good prep for that. Not saying that he fights anything like Wilder, but in terms of getting in a ring with an opponent that he's familiar with, trying to get your confidence back up, Dillian Whyte would have been a good opponent for him. And same ways for Dillian Whyte, who AJ is not really looking at his best at the moment. He needs a confidence boost. Maybe this would have been the right fight for him. So disappointing all round, especially considering that the history these two have got. It's unlikely now that these two are ever going to face each other in a professional boxing ring again. I doubt it. AJ's going to move on. He's got bigger fish to fry now. But what does he do in the meantime? Is he going to take on a replacement opponent? Or is he just going to wait for Deontay Wilder? We know that Wilder was scheduled to fight Andy Ruiz as his opponent before AJ. But now that doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's just going to wait it out for AJ, I think. So maybe AJ will do the same. But he's literally had a full camp. Literally the week of the fight. this has been pulled off now. So I can imagine he will get in there with someone, but who will it be? I'm not sure. But Dillian Whyte, I'll be honest, man, I'm just tired of this whole situation. It's not a good look at all. It just doesn't look good. And the boxing fans and the public they're not here for the BS, man. They're going to be like, what's going on here? Every fighter that pops dirty for some sort of adverse finding is going to say the same thing, that, you know, they didn't know it was in their system and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's just the standard routine statement that we hear now after a fighter tests positive. But like I said, I don't know all the information, but my reaction to this is that, you know, we're just going to have this long drawn out case of a fighter saying that, you know, he didn't do it. The test results say something different. And then, you know, it's just not ideal at all, especially for Dillian Whyte at this stage of his career. So I've had enough of it, to be honest. Let's see what happens in the next few days, weeks or so. No doubt there's going to be a lot more to talk about, but our live reaction will be on this on the podcast on Monday, so check it out. Myself and Laurie will definitely touch on this and go in a bit further, but yeah, not a good look at all for Dillian Whyte, man. And could he be done from boxing? Because if he gets banned, then I don't see him coming back. Or if he was to come back after another ban, then, you know, he's not going to be a player in the division. He's not really a player at the moment, according to some people right now anyway. So let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, guys. Your thoughts on this news. Who would you like to see AJ fight next weekend? Going to be interesting to see how this all goes down, man. Looking forward to all the interviews and some more of the reaction and follow-up to it. But in the meantime, let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.